Hello everybody, how you guys doing today? My name is TJ, I'm from Better Media Sports, and if you guys know me at all, I love player props. So let's dive into week 18 and look at some player prop opportunities this week. All right, so week 18 is a very unique week this week in the NFL for a couple reasons. First of all, there are a lot of playoff implications. Teams trying more, teams trying less to get in that playoff push. A lot of teams have nothing to play for. Some teams are playing with their season on the line. That's very important to look at. The second thing I'm looking at for player props, and the main thing I'm looking at today, is there are a handful of NFL records up for grabs. Because of the extra week added to the NFL season, a lot of players have the chance to break NFL records that have been around for a very, very long time. So let's take a look at some of those records and see if we can take advantage of that on the prop market. All right, guys, so let's head over here to Odds Jam. And as you can see, I'm on their odds page for football. Don't pay attention to the times. I'm in Thailand, so everything's going to be a little bit backwards. Let's click on the Atlanta Falcons in the New Orleans Saints game. All right, as you can see, they list all their player props here. The one player prop I'm looking at here, guys, is Kyle Pitts. He is 59 yards away from breaking the rookie tight end receiving yards record set by Mike Ditka a long time ago. So he is very much capable of having 59 yards. I think that if he gets close to that, then you're going to see Matt Ryan and the coaching staff trying to get him those extra yards just to break the record, right? It's a nice thing to do, nice record to have. All right, so you can see here, we're going to go to player receiving yards right here on the prop market, and they bring up all the receiving yards from all the players in this game. I will say, guys, right now Kyle Pitts is listed as questionable with a little hamstring injury, so there's a chance he doesn't even play. If he doesn't play and you make this bet, you don't lose it, you get your money back, so that's fine. No worry there. All right, so looking right here, Kyle Pitts, we're seeing a couple odds here for over-under. I like this one right here, over-under 60.5 receiving yards. If we do over right here, over 60.5 receiving yards, that's minus 115 on points bets. I think that is great value. Once again, guys, if he's close to that mark, they're going to try to get him those extra yards to get that record for the rookie receiving yards by a tight end. So my first play, Kyle Pitts, over 60.5 receiving yards against the Saints. All right, let's take a look at the next record, and this one is a little bit more prestigious, right? Rookie tight end record, not the most prestigious award. There's a potential for the all-time sack record to be broken by T.J. Watt of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, I'm not going to take a Watt sack prop, but what I will take is on the other side of the ball, because Mark Andrews, the tight end of the Baltimore Ravens, also has an opportunity in Week 18 to break an NFL record. So, go to the search bar, and I'll type in the Ravens game, and it'll show me all of the props available in this game. And like I mentioned, guys, Mark Andrews has an opportunity to break some NFL records for a tight end. Now, these are records set just in 2020 by Travis Kelce. Mark Andrews is 5 catches away and 114 yards away from breaking the most receiving yards and most receptions by a tight end in NFL history. Now, 114 seems like a lot. It's definitely doable for Mark Andrews. All right, so let's look over here, guys. Player receiving yards on the prop market. I'm seeing it right here. All right, here's all of the receiving yards props that Odds Jam has listed for us. Let's scroll down here. Mark Andrews. All right, lots of different numbers here. You can take an alternate line, but the line I like the most right now, Mark Andrews to have over 68.5 receiving yards. Now, you might ask, why do you not just bet for him to have the record? Well, I do think that they're going to try to get him the record towards the beginning of the game, but if that's not doable, if it's not working, if the game plan is not working out and they need to go other directions, they might need to go away from him. But I do think he will go over his intended receiving yards prop at 68.5, given they're going to try to get him going in the offense early to get that 114 yards to break that record. All right, guys, so let's look at the third prop that I have today for you guys. The first one was Kyle Pitts over receiving yards. The next one was Mark Andrews over receiving yards, 2 tight ends. And now I have another receiving prop for you guys, and this one is more prestigious. All right, Cooper Kupp has the chance to do many things in Week 18. So Cooper Kupp is 12 catches away from breaking Michael Thomas's all-time receiver receptions records, and he's 136 yards away from breaking Calvin Johnson's all-time receiving yards record. Okay. Also worth mentioning, Cooper Kupp is right now on pace to win the Triple Crown for receivers. Leads the league in receptions, receiving yards, and touchdowns. Okay, so I do think we're going to see Cooper Kupp coming out and trying to at least keep that Triple Crown record safe and potentially break this record. Now, he's up in a matchup against the San Francisco 49ers. San Francisco 49ers played great defense against the Rams their last time out, held the Rams offense just to 10 points. Matthew Stafford really struggled. If you look at the time of possession, the Rams held the ball in that game for 20 minutes, opposed to the 49ers holding it for 39. So the 49ers dominated that game. But even with all that, Cooper Kupp had 11 catches for over 100 yards in that game. So this is a good matchup for him against this 49ers secondary. And you got to believe that Sean McVay, Matt Stafford are going to be trying, if the opportunity arises, to get Cooper Kupp this NFL record. So let's go over here, guys, and let's look at the Rams versus 49ers game here on OddsJam. I'm going to be taking an over receiving yards for Cooper Kupp. Scroll down here just a little bit, and we see player receiving yards, Brandon Ayuk, and here's Cooper Kupp. All right, his prop is set very high, but I think it's high for a reason. So pretty much all sportsbooks have him sitting at 118.5 for his receiving yards prop. I think he goes over that. He went over it last time he played the 49ers, and this time there's a big-time record up for grabs. The best odds we see here are from Barstool Sportsbook at -113 for Cooper Kupp to have over 118 receiving yards. All right, guys, so those are my 3 props for the NFL slate coming up Week 18. There's lots of records that could be broken. I'll mention them one more time. Going over on Kyle Pitts receiving yards, going over on Mark Andrews receiving yards, and going over on Cooper Kupp's receiving yards. Let's see history be made here in Week 18. Thank you guys so much. Remember, be using OddsJam as much as you can. If you want to be a successful sports bettor, you got to be finding the best lines as possible and the best prop numbers as possible. So head on over to OddsJam, over to their website, and give it a look. Thank you guys so much, and happy gambling.